Okay. That was, who was that? Ecstasy. That was Ecstasy, guys. All my 35 plus guys that have no idea what they were just listening to, that was Ecstasy. This is Relatives on Tap. I am DeePino, and I am here with an actual relative.
Yeah, for the first time.
For the first time, I had family. I actually had family out here, and this is my son. I'm not gonna call him by his nicknames. We're gonna call him by the way he wants to be addressed. This is Meech. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
This is my son right here. So what's up, Meech? Nigga, what's good? What's poppin', son?
What's up?
What it do, my boy? You know what I'm saying? And my dad, what it do, my boy?
Yeah, nah. We don't do that no more.
Come on, that's what I do. I learned it from Billy. Shout out to Billy CEO.
Learned it from Billy?
Billy got a podcast.
I haven't seen Billy in mad long.
Billy got a podcast too.
She got a podcast?
Mm-hmm.
We gonna collab?
I mean, I'm trying to get, honestly, I wanna my birthday's coming up in November.
Mm-hmm.
And if the funds are right, I actually wanna fly Billy out here. I wanna rent a club, and then I wanna fly her out here, and I want her to do a show. That would be fly.
Oh, for like a podcast, and then you guys go to the club?
No. Well, yeah. All right, we can do a podcast, but I want her to perform music. I want her to do a set.
Oh,
like at my birthday party. That'll be lit.
That'd be fly.
Yeah, it'll be.
I like that.
Well, I don't want to do like a club
pulling
though.
up?
Well, I want to do more like a dinner.
A dinner.
I want to do.
This is how I know you're getting old.
Well, for sure. God damn, he's coming in hot with the old jokes. Like he is not missing a beat. This is what he expect this for an hour. He's just gonna roast me for an hour about my age, and he's just gonna make me feel bad about myself. And it's okay. I'll just cry alone.
Yeah, just about.
But anyways, this is my son Meech right here. He is a Greater New Bedford Regional Vocational Technical High School student.
The whole.
Come on, son.
School. Come on.
I'm a Votech bear too. You know what I'm saying?
Used to be.
Class of 2000. I'm a real millennial.
Damn, 2000. Yo.
Class of 2000. You know what I'm saying?
You're old.
Come on, man. It doesn't matter. I got kicked off the track team. I was on the team. I made it. I was on the team.
How you get kicked off a track though?
Because I was a clown. And I was running and I tripped somebody and it was intentional. I don't know why I did it. I was just stupid and I tripped them.
I kind of respect it though.
There's nothing to respect. I was embarrassed. I should have never did it.
Wait, was it a teammate or was it somebody else?
It was a teammate.
That's kind of funny.
It was my teammate.
I would have laughed.
Everybody laughed. And then the biggest laugh came after the coach was like, "You're done. Out of my gym." Yeah, but he never took me back. Back to the projects I went. But Meech right here is a volleyball player, super dope sport. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really care about the sport. I never even paid any attention to the sport.
Just about everybody says the same thing.
Nah, but it's true though, because once you broke down the point system to me and I was actually at a game, it's fly. It's fly. It was actually dope. It's very competitive. The energy was definitely up there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yo, we get crazy.
I could tell. You said you play center?
Middle. I play middle.
Middle. I'm thinking is there a center? I'm thinking basketball.
Basically, the middle basically is a center.
Okay.
Whoever the tallest and jump highest guy is.
Okay. Do you want to explain the point system for them?
Explain the point. All right, so basically, in volleyball, one team has a serve, and then the other team has a serve receive. Whoever has a serve has to go behind the service line and hit it over to the other team, and the other team goes straight out to offense. So it's a pass, a set, and then an attack. And you only get 3 touches. So after the third touch or after you send it over the net, the other team goes on offense. When you're on defense, you kind of basically just don't let the ball fall on your side. And then if you're on the net like what I do, trying to just go up and send the ball back over. So somebody swings, go up, block it, send it straight down, hopefully hit somebody in the face, get the point.
In the face, get the
in
point.
The face.
And then also, right, if they make a mistake, you get the point.
Yeah. So if it's kind of like in basketball, say someone fouls or travels or something, there's stuff involved, but there's doubles, there's carries. If the other team does that, then you get the point automatically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But nah, definitely dope ass sport. We gotta check it out. If you don't know this, we're flying green colors today for Volk. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Richie Gomes, his coach, one of my high school friends. He was in culinary arts, chefing it up, the best cookies in the world. If you ain't had a Voltec cookie,
Voltec cookies be hitting.
then you don't know nothing.
Voltec cookies are
How about
crazy.
this? You never even had a real cookie unless you had a Voltec chocolate chip cookie.
Voltec chocolate chip cookies are hitting different.
And I asked you for one. You still haven't brought me one.
Because I don't know where to get one.
School, bro. School.
But
you go there 5 days a week.
They don't be making the cookies when I go there.
What?
Bro, the last time I went there, they made steak. They made a medium rare steak.
You know what I'm actually curious about though?
What happened?
I wonder how much do they charge for the cookies?
Oh, you can't buy them. You have to go find a friend that's in culinary and try and like go bribe them for cookies.
They used to sell them? They don't sell them anymore?
Oh no, you can't buy them no more.
Yo, they were 35 cents when I was in high school.
35 cents.
I just want to know how much inflation has gone up in 20.
They got inflammation in Voltec.
Yo, they were 35 cents a cookie. They're probably like $2 right now. Because all I know is that I went to the gas station to buy some M&Ms, and that bitch said $3.30, and I'm like, bro, M&Ms were a quarter when I was growing up. 25 cents. I feel like an old man.
You are old.
Who has these World War II stories about how I used to walk to school in the freezing rain and cold. Because I did.
Yeah, I know you did. Because you was in ancient times.
So look, my son Meech right here, he's not a little boy no more. You know what I'm saying? And we was chilling the other day, and it's like, I don't know how I feel about this. Well, I know how I feel about it. But you know what? You don't ever see people talk about this shit publicly. This is my boy right here. This is my son. Okay?
This is my father right here.
And when I caught him checking out booties, I was proud. I ain't gonna lie. I was like on the inside, I was like, yes. Yes.
Yeah, that deserves a clap. Yes. That deserves a clap.
No disrespect to whatever else you do, but I'm a father. and this is my boy. And like I should not feel no shame for being proud of him looking at women's booties. Then he began to break down this whole math equation. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yo, you really gotta call me out right now?
I'm like, wait a minute, you have math behind it? Because back in my day, it was just
booty's booty.
It was just booty. But like, I need you to tell me about this math equation. Break it down for us.
All right, so look, right in school, you know, with my friends. This is bad. In school with my friends, you know, we just be messing around, and we came up with like an algebraic equation for booty.
Algebraic.
So basically, got a Jiggawatt.
It's a Jiggawatt. First of all, explain what a Jiggawatt is. We gotta, because this is a formula. This is a mathematical
It's a formula. It's a formula.
And we have to like, what is a jig? Because I know what like, you know, I know what a fucking numerator is. So what's a gigawatt?
A gigawatt is the amount of force that a gigawatt is the amount of force that a booty makes while having recoil.
Okay, you gotta explain this to me.
Okay, so look.
Now booty's got recoil.
Is it
okay? Hold on.
Recoil is how much a booty moves. All right.
Okay.
And then you got a gigawatt, which is the amount of force made by the booty moving. You see, like, do you see where I'm going with this?
Okay, I see.
You see where I'm going?
I'm trying to. I got it. I'm putting this together now.
All right.
I'm putting this together now.
So basically, what we was doing is, you know, we're taking gigawatts and we're multiplying them by, you know, different situations and stuff. You know, different clothes. You know, you got leggings, you got jeans, jorts. You gotta do the math. You know, you gotta minus 25% if you're in jorts.
You gotta do the math. You gotta do the. Sometimes the math ain't mathing.
Sometimes the math don't be mathing.
Sometimes the math ain't mathing. You gotta minus the gigawatt from the recoil of the jorts. Get you. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I don't do no. This is what I do in school. I don't do no schoolwork. I do this instead.
Listen, we would have had fun in school together if we went to school together. Because I never grew up. I swear to God.
I came here the other day. I was watching cartoons still.
I do watch cartoons. You put me onto a cartoon.
Which one?
Invincible.
Oh yeah, I put you onto Invincible, and then also we put you on a Gumball, Teen Titans Go.
For sure.
Put you on
Classic.
all that.
I like all them cartoons.
Did I put you on Rick and Morty?
I put you on to regular show.
You put me on the regular show. I'll give you that. Regular show is goated though.
It is golden. So yeah, so it's like you got this whole equation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I just think it's dope. You know, kicking it with my son. They got all these new slangs and shit. They just talk differently and.
Well, because we're not old.
I don't even understand them sometimes. Like I be trying to keep up. I be thinking I'm keeping up. You got to give me some credit. I'll give you
a little bit because you've been doing good.
I'd be more kept up than most dads.
I'll give you that. I'll for sure give you that.
I'd be way more kept up than most dads. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to ask you this. This is like one of my topics.
All right, ask me.
Because like, all right, so you're 15, okay, but a lot of the let's say the age groups of like between 21 and let's say 26.
21, 26. All right.
All right, because I follow some of them, you know, in the city and shit like that. So there's always this long running joke that like, you know, the unks, like I'm an unk status, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, nah, you're past unk status. I gotta be honest.
No, I'm not, because I seen the chart.
No, because you're definitely past unk status.
No, I seen the chart. I'm like, I got like 2 more years of unk. I don't know what comes after that, but I got like 2 more years of
after that
of unkness. No, 3 years. After 45, I'm not unk no more. You know what I'm saying? So I got like 2.5 years of unk. But the thing that I be hearing around the city is like as if old heads need to give it up type shit. I want to know how you feel about that.
For sure. Bro, because a lot of the time.
So you're telling me that you think that somebody my age should just give up all their passions and everything that they love their whole life just because they got old?
Yeah, just about. I gotta be honest, bro. Because there's just like not. I wouldn't say like 40, like 45. I think is even a stretch. Like on the chart, like 45 is a stretch. Because there's people that 45 that are doing like more stuff than people that are like in their 20s right now, making way more money than by following their passion.
Obviously.
But I'm sorry, when you hit 60, you gotta give it up.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is though, okay, and I'm gonna defend myself here because I'm just letting you know I'm never gonna change.
I know this. I've known you for 15 years. You never changed.
This is really who I am, and it's not gonna end. But I'm gonna break it down to you why. I keep on wanting to call you Junior, but I'm trying to respect. His name's Meech.
You can call me Junior.
Nah, no. I want people to know you for your identity. You know,
okay.
We had this long talk. I'm not gonna break it down on here, but like, I'm super proud that you found yourself. You found your own identity. You're not like in my shadow or like in anybody's shadow. Like
I'm my own person.
You're coming into your own. You know what I'm saying? And I like it, so I want to respect it. Your name's Meech. You know, as long as we're on this camera and on this mic. But anyways, back to what I was saying is defending myself and me never giving up, you know, the things that I like to do. Yeah, I come from this culture.
The culture of just like never giving up?
No, that too though. Because why should I give up just because I got old? Like, why can't
hip problems?
I'm just shut up, motherfucker. I mean, if the hips get that bad, I may have to stop some things. I may have to let some shit go. Nah, but seriously though, why should somebody who I grew up in hip hop, Junior, Meech, I grew up in hip hop. Okay, why should I give up? If I like, even though I chose to stop rapping, but if I was still wanting, if I was still wanting to rap though, what's wrong with me rapping at any age? Why should I like? Why is there like a cutoff?
Because imagine a 6-year-old man talking about being in these streets with mad different women. You can't imagine that. But imagine like, a 28-year-old man saying that. You can imagine that.
Do you want to know why I can imagine it?
Why?
Because I know men that age that are in these streets with mad different women. I know them. Like, some of them are my friends.
I know some of them.
I might end up being that guy. That's me.
You honestly, if you do that, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Nah. Knowing how you've been moving since you're 42 right now, knowing how you've been moving for the past
ever.
Yeah, ever. I'm over here trying to do math in my head right now.
Yo, but that don't make me like a bad person.
Nah, it doesn't make you a bad. It just makes you you. Like you're just your type of person.
That's me.
Exactly.
Sorry. So then I still stand on what I'm trying to say is that I think these young, you little YNs or whatever you want to call yourselves.
I'm not a YN.
I'm glad you said that. But use younger generational people, like, bro, let us live. You got to understand. I respect the game. I'm a student of hip hop. I do respect the fact though that what my generation did for the culture, that's already passed. It's y'all turn now. Y'all are shaping the culture. Y'all are reshaping the sound. Y'all are reshaping the fashion. Y'all are
Mostly me, yeah.
yeah, y'all.
No, it's just me.
Shut up.
I take all the credit.
You know what I'm saying? But we had our time. My generation, we did our thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we literally just stole everything and just redid it. We remixed it. I gotta be honest.
But our generation remixed something else. Like, trust me. Now that I'm at this age, I come to realize that it really is just like a cycle. Like, things just keep coming back. Because I'm telling you,
skinny jeans better not come back,
bro. I'm telling you, by the time you're 30 years old, skinny jeans will be back.
Skinny jeans better not be back.
Skinny jeans will be back.
I will get mad.
Skinny jeans will be back in 15 years. Okay, and you guess who's gonna be wearing them? Well,
not me.
Me too. I'll be like what, 58 years old back on the skinnies. I don't care.
Man, you was wearing skinnies the other day. I was making fun of you. You was just wearing skinnies before you changed.
I got a bunch of different jeans. I got baggy jeans. I got skinny jeans. I got regular jeans. I got all different types of jeans.
I threw away all my skinny jeans. As soon as I got my style, I was like, why do I still own these? I just threw them all out. There's no point wearing them.
Damn. All that hard work and money me and your mom put in.
I mean, most of it came from like Children's Place and stuff, so it wasn't really hard work.
Threw it away. Children's Place had skinny jeans?
All they had was skinny jeans.
I never bought you clothes from there. That was your mom.
Yeah.
That was
we always got the coupon deals and stuff though, so we always went in there. Everything was mad cheap. We knew exactly where to go. It was a routine.
Listen, your mom come through on the clutch. Your mom knows how to shop. That's one thing.
Oh yeah, yo, when she shops, everything's cheap. I know.
Your mom
always got a deal.
Your mom gonna find a deal. She gonna find a deal when there's no deal. She's gonna create a deal. She's gonna
sit there and argue until she get the deal.
Yeah, she's gonna ask for a manager. She's gonna be threatening to write emails, and she gonna get that deal. She might even end up with a job interview and everything. Like, she's gonna get a job, an offer. She's gonna end up with a fucking seat on the fucking board of directors, because she be like that. But yeah, nah. I just thought, I just wanted to hear, because it's like I was kind of going back and forth with this younger kid online one time, and he was like, yeah, he said, y'all old heads need to just give it up. I'm like, give what up? Like what am I supposed to do? Like I don't understand. Am I supposed to just tomorrow just go to Walmart, buy some penny loafers, some white button ups, some fucking khakis, and just call it a fucking day?
I'm not gonna lie, that would be a fit though.
I'm supposed to just check in and just give it all up?
I mean, that's an option. For a lot of old heads out there though, that's definitely your go-to option. A lot of y'all be making me mad. I gotta be honest.
All right, but what I'm telling you is, if I picked you up tomorrow from your mom's house, dressed like that,
I'd be disappointed. Just because I know the type of person you are.
Because that's not me, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna be like this forever. I'm gonna just I'm gonna keep up with music. I'm gonna keep up with the hip hop fashion.
Keep up with music.
Yeah.
You listen to like the same music that you was listening to.
That's not
like
true.
4 years ago.
That's not true.
Like you're throwing like a little something new every once in a while. I feel like
I mix it in. Of course, I'm not gonna let go of the things that I listen to shit older than that. Of course, I'm not gonna just let go of what the classics are. But Ari sends me music. You send me music.
I sent you one play. I'm gatekeeping all my music. I keep everything underground.
Bro,
I sent you that one.
I told this kid to send me a couple songs. He sent me like 47 songs.
Yeah, and that's only like a quarter of all my music.
That's crazy.
My playlist is like 12 hours long, something like that.
That's insane.
And that gets me through one school day. I
don't even got 12 hours in a day to listen to music.
All I do is listen to music.
I got about 3 hours a day to myself. That's it.
I just use school time for myself at this point. I just go there to be social.
Yeah. So how was school? Tell me about school. What's going on in school?
Man, it's all right. It's a vocational school, so it's cool when I have shop because I'm doing something different. I'm doing stuff that other people aren't doing.
What shop you in again? I know what shop you in.
I'm an HVAC. I do HVAC work. That's like refrigeration, heating, stuff like that. Basically, my shop, we're a mix.
So can I ask you a question about refrigerators?
About refrigerators real quick? All right.
Is my refrigerator in any type of danger because I don't keep anything in it? Like, is it gonna like over freeze? Is it gonna like?
No, it's not go over. No, because I
don't even know why I keep that.
It's a cycle. It's a cycle.
I don't even know why I keep that thing plugged in. I should really just unplug it like when I leave the house because there's nothing in it anyway. So I should just.
Yeah, right now you got our snacks in there that we just bought. You got a thing of limeade, thing of lemonade. That's all you need.
That's all I like, limeade and lemonade.
Yeah, so you should keep it plugged in.
Yeah, I got an ice maker though.
Damn ice maker.
I got a separate ice maker.
That ice maker. I put ice in this thing. I put ice in this thing not too long ago. It's already gone. Useless ice. Useless.
So back on that school shit, man. You shared something with me the other day, and let's not throw anybody under the bus, but tell them what your teacher told you about.
My teacher told me
school. I was like, what?
So look, I got two teachers, and both of them said the same exact thing, probably like a week apart. They both said, basically, school is useless after 3rd grade, and I 100% agree. 100%.
School is useless after the 3rd grade.
Mm-hmm. Cause look, right. If you think about it, and like you really gotta think about it, cause I know how you are. You're gonna like say you'll be like, oh, problem solving, social life. You could do all that outside. You could figure that all out on your own. You learn all basic math fundamentals that you need to know by 3rd grade. You can multiply, divide, add, and subtract. That's all you really need to do in life. English, you know more than enough English to get around in America. History, you already know America is basically messed up. It always has been. And then, what do you really need science for? Like, I never really needed to use, like, the water cycle for anything. Like, biology. Like, I don't really care about none of that. I never used it.
Well, I mean, if that's if that's the ideology you're gonna run with, then honestly,
I don't sound crazy.
Then honestly, you was ready for life
a while ago.
After kindergarten, you knew English.
Just about.
You could speak better at 6 years old than a lot of people I know. You can speak better.
That is true.
And as long as you know how to count money, then what else do you need math for? Yeah,
exactly. And then the world's also like evolving. This is something one of the teachers brought up. The world's evolving. Right now, I don't even need to do any, like, he was telling me, I don't need to do any of the stuff he's teaching me right now. I have a phone with Google. People have already figured this stuff out. I don't need to do all this. I got Google. If I need to do decimals, put it in the calculator. I don't need to do any of this.
All right, well, this is where I'm going to have to respectfully disagree, though. And I'm going to tell you why.
Let me hear.
Although I do agree fully that by the time you got to the 4th grade, you knew enough. You knew as much as the average adult. Like, let's just keep it real. Because a lot of adults can't even help their kids with their homework. So with that being said,
I remember you trying to help me with my homework.
No, actually, what you mean? I was the one that always helped you with your homework because I'm actually book smart.
No, because there was times I show you the problem, you'd be like, damn. You sit there, you'll look at it for a little bit, you're like, yeah, I think I'm lost. Mind you, it was like elementary school work.
Nah, stop playing. That was your mother.
That was both of y'all.
I've always been book smart. I was always the go-to one to help you. See, what I did was, I ain't gonna front though. I would just give you all the answers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would. I would just kind of do the homework for you and be like, all right, go to bed, go get some cookies or something.
Yeah, no, that's exactly why I love asking you. My mom, she'd sit there, she'd yell at me, put the pencil in my face. What you crying for? Do this homework. Didn't you learn this in school? What you be doing in school?
But nah, let me just get back to my rebuttal. I do agree that by the time you got to the 4th grade, you knew what the average adult knew, and as far as like education that you need to survive in life.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Where it's a problem, and I wish your teacher wouldn't have said that to you, is because knowing where you want to go with your future and knowing what you have to do to get there, you passing high school and middle school, school is an institution.
Nah, it really is.
School is an institution. An institution. It is. It is prison. But listen, even the corporate ladder is an institution. Like school, career, all those things, unless you're going to take the entrepreneurship route, which is just complete chaos and just learning as you go and figuring things out, being a problem solver. But if you take the career route, like a set skill set career, it's a corporate ladder. It's an institution. And this is where I disagree. Because if you're going to really take this HVAC thing to the levels that it could be taken of, just like your sister Ari's doing with the dental, you can't get to this level without finishing this level. So are you going to be using algebra in real life applications? No. You're not going to be at Stop and Shop figuring out variables.
And y equals mx plus b.
Unless you're figuring out gigawatts and circumferences of booties, you don't need math. Okay? At least not that kind of math. But for you to excel to a point of success, a certain level of success that you have in your mind, and if it's going to be by way of school and education, your teacher gave you terrible advice.
I respect that advice. I don't know. I find it makes sense. Because the levels to it, basically, even how like I felt about this, you're saying it's levels, but after I hit that third grade level and I was going up to fourth grade, I was already good. There shouldn't have been
I
levels
agree.
after that.
No, all right, but there's levels after that in terms of like if you would have dropped out of school in the third grade, bro, there was no going to college,
Oh, for sure, no.
and that's what I mean. It's an institution. You can't get to college until you finish high school. You can't get to high school until you finish middle school. You can't get to middle school until you finish grade school. And that's just how it goes. You don't get to just skip it.
I wish I could.
You have to go through the process.
I should be able to.
So that's why I said that teacher gave you horrible advice, although true advice.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying?
And it was 2 teachers. It wasn't even, it was 2. It was 2.
But still, and this is why, don't listen to everybody that tells you shit.
Oh, I'm listening to him.
Don't.
Ever since he told me that, I went to ELA class, think a whole new demeanor. I was like, I don't even need to be here right now.
Yeah, and that's probably why you got that 60.
That was in ELA strategies. Different class.
I don't care what it was. It was after that stupid ass teacher told you that you don't even need to be here, and you was like, you know what? You're right.
I don't need to be
I'm
here.
just gonna fail. No.
Hey, no, I ain't do it on purpose.
Nah, you gotta do it, Junior. If that's your goal, don't get me wrong, because you know me. I'm your dad. I love you, but at the same time, you pretty much know the path in life I took. Have I always worked a job? Yes, but I've always been an artist.
Always been creative.
I've always been creative, and I always was chasing that, more independent entrepreneurship role. I mean, if you ever took the entrepreneurship role, that would be the only advice that I'd have for you in terms of that, is that you're going to see a lot of failure. I've seen a lot of wins, though. I've had a lot of great wins, but
I've seen you have a lot of wins.
Many more. Yeah, but there was so much more failures than wins. You didn't see the failures.
Yeah, I didn't see. No, I've seen some. I haven't seen all of them. I've definitely seen some failures.
Yeah, you've seen some, but
I've seen the wins. The wins you get from being an entrepreneur are so like big, and they just make people like especially in the family so happy every time he got a win in something. Say he got like a good deal. He went on a trip to go like see someone famous. Was on the phone with somebody famous, just talking to them. It just felt like so much aura. Like.
Oh yeah, nah, for sure. Sure.
Like it just made me feel like good. I was like, wow, we're gonna make it out the hood. Like I don't gotta be here no more.
We didn't though. We're still here.
Yeah, we're still here.
We're still here, but we're still working on it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, but like I said though, if you did one day decide like, your mom would be upset. I think your mom's more structured. That's why like she's in what she's in. She's real estate, she's banking, and she's really good at it. Like I'm glad she found.
She is good at it.
I'm glad she found her niche. You know what I'm saying? And she's excelling in it, and I'm very proud of her. But I don't think your mom. She wasn't. You know what? I'm not even gonna say that because I don't want to speak for her. I can't think for her or speak for her. But I just know that if you was to take the entrepreneurship route, if you decided to pivot your goals, I wouldn't be mad. But I would give you this advice. If you decide to pivot that way, stay 10 toes down. Like, don't be flip-floppy.
Yeah, no. Like, you pick a side, you got to stick with that
Yeah,
side.
you stick with that shit.
You have to keep on working.
You know what I'm saying?
To whatever goal you want to
You know what I'm saying? Because I will say this. I feel like as far as what I've done with cameras, I could have made it so much far, Junior. And like I said, you're older now, so I could talk to you and we can have mature conversations. I discovered my talent for this too late.
I feel like...
Because what you don't realize is that I didn't pick up a camera. I was already in my 30s.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, I know, but you was little. Maybe you remember, but...
Yeah, I remember that little studio with the white walls.
It was
in little YouTube videos.
It was in our apartment. What are you
talking
about?
I used to literally be in that room.
Yeah, I know.
You had my toys in the exact same room.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. My toys and your toys was in the same room. But like, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like I discovered my talent for this late. If I would have discovered this when I was your age,
you would have.
I think life would have been different.
It would have been easier.
Not even just easier, but I think also another reason was that I discovered this talent very late, and when I discovered it, I was already a father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you and your siblings always had to come first. I turned down a lot of opportunity because it would require me to put y'all second.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, with that being said too, you always got to keep that in mind too about your future and what you want to do with your life.
Yeah, like, wait, are you talking about like priorities, like
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
what comes
priorities. Because it's like, all right, you know, I'm still kind of piggybacking off the fact of like the school thing, right? Like, yeah, right now you're actually smart enough. If you dropped out of school today,
I can make.
could you survive? Yeah,
I could very much survive.
Shit, you might even still become rich. Like like nothing's impossible. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, nothing's impossible. But what I'm trying to say is the route that you're on right now, the path that you're on, you're learning a trade, and you know you got to go to college after high school to excel in that trade.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like you're in that institution, so you have to complete this to get to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, and then even with the entrepreneurship route, it's just like
it's like levels.
you got to be choosy about your choices. You know what I'm saying? I became a dad very, very young.
Yep.
And that didn't mean that my dreams weren't possible. It just meant that now I have so much more added responsibility to my plate. I should have prioritized better. Because if I was prioritizing better, I probably would have waited to become a father.
I would have been younger.
So that I could focus on, you know, the things that I want to do.
You know, like camera work and stuff. Or
Yeah.
like podcasts, music videos, music in general.
Yeah. I might have still been a rapper.
Might have, but we all know how that ended up.
Hey, listen, bro. You know, I was killing it, bro.
You was killing it?
I was killing it.
You was underground before the underground became a thing.
Bro, I was there when SoundCloud first jumped off, and
I remember your SoundCloud. It was very
it's still there.
old.
It's still there.
You got all your beats from like old school hip hop, like Biggie, Tupac. All your beats were from them.
Those are yeah.
I mean, those are your legends.
I'm from that era.
My legends are like Future.
Future's a GOAT.
He is a GOAT.
Future's a GOAT. That's my guy right there.
Toxic King. That's where I get most of my advice from.
Listen, you what do you mean? Future help you actually, you know what? You're the reason Future's the reason why you're alive. You're the reason Future is the reason why you're here somehow. So shout out to you, Future, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Future.
For helping me create this boy, this young man here. But yeah, so just to wrap up that school shit, it's like a two-sided thing. I agree with your teacher, but it was shitty advice for somebody who's like it's like he took no consideration for what's your end goal. Your end goal requires some type of college.
Yeah.
So
if I want to make it in my trade and I want to make the big money that they were talking about, like $104 an hour, which is crazy money.
Yeah. I'm gonna need
5 years of college.
I'm gonna need to borrow some money.
Yeah, you ain't getting none of this money.
Listen, I already don't even know. I'm gonna let her live for about 6 months, and then I'm definitely sliding on her. Like,
start taxing her.
I'm like, yo, let me hold 200, and then when she gives it to me, if she does, I might have to pull her teeth for it. Ha! It's like a dentist job. I might have to pull your teeth for $200, Ari. And if she gives it to me, then I'm just gonna casually be like, yeah, you know what? I'm not paying this back. Thanks, baby. I love you. Daddy needed some shoes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was shitty advice from your teacher. And you know, to any teachers out there that may or may not be listening to this, don't you ever tell that to a kid again.
Do tell that to a kid again.
Nah. Don't do that.
You'll open his mindset.
No.
You'll make him really think about his
No,
future.
because you don't know his end result. Now, if that kid planned on not going to college and that kid planned on, who knows what that kid, maybe that was solid advice for a kid who didn't have the same plans that you had.
Yeah, but I go to vocational school.
It don't matter. He shouldn't have said that. I don't think you should have.
I feel like it was amazing advice.
I don't even know if it was advice. I just think that was him.
I'm pretty sure it's just a statement. I think
that was him just expressing that he really, really hates his job, and he really wished that y'all motherfuckers would all just give up so he didn't have to go to work. I think that's how I take it. He just really didn't want to be there.
I mean, you could put it that way, I guess. He seems happy when I'm there. Both of them.
Yeah. But so what else is going on? What else is going on in the mind of a 15-year-old?
Man, money.
It can't just be gigawatts.
It's just gigawatts.
It can't just be gigawatts.
Money and gigawatts. That's all I think about throughout the day.
Man, it's crazy too because I keep on telling him like, Junior, don't just be. But you know, I remember being that age and that shit. He's not taking it in. I'm telling it to him, but he's not. He's just doing whatever the hell he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with volleyball though, man?
Volleyball. My season just ended. My freshman season as a Voc Bear. I liked it. It was fire. It was fire. I feel like it was a good starting point though. I feel like I learned a lot. You know, I definitely decreased in some areas like my blocking, but I definitely elevated like my attacks and like my IQ basically on like the sport.
IQ is important.
IQ is the most important thing in volleyball. And no, this is a lesson I'm gonna teach y'all for any of y'all that want to get into volleyball. Learn how to learn how to play the sport. It doesn't matter if you're strong. Learn how to play the sport. Learn how to do the fundamentals. You're gonna be the nastiest person on the court. I'm gonna be honest, because there are people out there that are strong and maybe playing the sport think they're nasty just because they could like swing a ball at somebody and hit him in the face or something. But it's not funny when they swing it out of bounds. Because I get so mad when somebody does that. You know how many times I wanted to fight a teammate over that? We're in the middle of a tournament. You just swung it completely out of bounds.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though, cause you know me, like and I'm not disrespectful. I'm not gonna embarrass nobody. But I went to a couple of your games and like I'm watching some of the kids on the other team, and like I'm super judgy in my mind. Like I'm judging you. I'm talking shit.
Anytime I'm on the net, I'm always talking.
Yeah, I'm cracking jokes. Like I'm just like that. But I'm not gonna disrespect. I keep it to myself. But there's a couple kids that ran out of their court, and I was like, what the fuck is he about to do? But he was nasty.
That's the thing.
Hey,
it's so unexpected.
Shut me up. Well, I mean, I didn't say nothing, but in my mind, I was like, man, good thing I didn't express this to nobody. I'd be looking stupid as hell right now. But like,
it's always the short ones too.
The IQ,
Notice that.
The IQ is very important.
Most important thing. It's the most important thing in any sport. But I feel like in volleyball, that's like really like your main superpower in volleyball. Like basketball, you can be tall. That's a cool superpower. You can really. You can get to the rim better, or like you can be fast or something. Volleyball, if you're smart and you know what to do, different sets or whatever, you're gonna be the nastiest person on the court, and that is your superpower right there.
That sounds like something. I swear to God, Richie posted that one day.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I'm pretty sure that was a post.
Sure I just got that from his Instagram.
Yeah, nah, for real. Shout out to my guy Richie, man. But yeah, so speaking of Richie. What other? You got cue cards over there. What you got on there?
It just says school sports and females.
Well, we covered all that. So there was another thing that I wanted to bring up. So I was talking to my son a couple weeks ago. Again, I shouted out last episode, but I want to shout out again because I will not stop being proud of my oldest daughter, Ariana. You know what I'm saying, for becoming a registered dental hygienist. She definitely did that. She fucking buckled down. She grinded out hard. She drove us all crazy. We drove Especially her crazy, but she did it. She made it. Super happy for my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Graduate. First person to graduate college, I think, right?
Nah, there's other college graduates in my family, and there's definitely some in yours too. I don't know about Liz's family. I don't know too much about her family, but
I don't think. Oh well, Tio, he graduated college.
So, well, I'm saying because like Liz's family, like I don't know if anybody.
Yeah, I don't know about that side.
Yeah, I don't know, but like this definitely college graduates in your family. There's a couple in mine for sure. But I mean, that's my daughter. I don't really
that's
care.
That's still a great like accomplishment.
Yeah,
that's great. 4 years of dealing with people, though. That's the word. I hate doing that.
Yeah, I hate doing that. But basically, what I was getting at was in her journey, most of the time that she was going through that, I was living in Georgia. So we talked a lot on the phone. And what I was telling Junior was, what's that quote I said?
About the wise man?
Yeah.
It was...
So it said, a wise man once said that a true wise man knows nothing at all. Mm-hmm. And
one of the most basic quotes of all time.
It is. It's but those are the ones that be hitting though.
It is.
Those are the ones that really be hitting.
That's like me when I'm doing ELA work and they like find a theme. And I always put "Don't judge a book by its cover" because that's the easiest one to do.
Yeah, but I
never tried.
But it's so true though. You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense.
But as far as like the wisdom thing is like, and then the reason why I really really like that quote is because, even though that's my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally 20 years older than Ari. But Ari has dropped some real gems on me. Like Ari has helped me get through certain situations.
She has the best advice. But I'll say, honestly, I'm gonna give it to her. She has the best advice in the family.
Not all the best.
No, yes, she does. You call Ari, she'll give you the best advice. She's always my go-to.
But you gotta understand this, and I'm not taking away from Ari's, you know,
Nah, he's taking away from Ari's shine.
no, I'm not. Because you gotta understand, Ari being older than you, I can see where her advice intensifies for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm still more experienced than her. And some things she told me was bullshit. But I let her rock. But I'm gonna give it to her that she has dropped some real gems on me. Like I'm talking about some gems that I've used, like, you know what? Let me try that. And it worked. You know what I'm saying? So going back to that saying, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who thinks that they're too old to take advice from somebody younger than them, it just shows that, you know, you've reached your peak of growth. Like you've reached your peak of evolution.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be so close-minded to think that a younger person can't, you know, give me some advice or show me something new. You know what I'm saying? I'm always open to learn. I'm still a sponge. Even at this age, I'm still
at
open
your
to
old
learn.
age of 42.
Yeah, but that's
42.
why I'm still lit. Why you think I'm still lit? Why you think I'm still doing? Because like I'm not stuck in my ways. Hey, you ever noticed this about older people?
I mean, I don't really pay attention to old people besides
Nah,
you.
but peep, I can look at an older person and tell when they gave up. When they gave up. Want to know how I know? Because whatever era they was in when they gave up, that's the era they're stuck in. They only listen to that music. They only dress the way that they were dressing when they gave up. It's like they become frozen in that time.
That makes a lot of sense.
You know what I'm saying? And I haven't given up. That's why I'm still like going with the shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
You are
anyways,
an old YN.
yeah, nah, facts. That's me all day.
You're an old YN.
Yeah, I'm an OYN. Straight up. I'm about to get a t-shirt. I'm about to get a t-shirt that says OYN.
Let's start selling them.
Nah, I'm just gonna keep that for me. You know what I'm saying? But look, with all that being said, with all the wisdom and Ari's advice and blah 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 blah, you know what I'm saying? Because we're you know, I only do the show for an hour. We're getting to that point. What advice does my 15-year-old son have for his father?
I mean, there ain't a whole lot of advice I can give. I'm only 15.
It's okay.
Stay safe, I guess. It's violent out here.
I mean, you know what?
You gotta stay safe.
It's valid. It's valid. So look, I'm gonna let you think on that. I mean, to stay safe, that's also good advice. I'm gonna take that in because it is violent out here.
It's very violent out here.
But
scary.
let me give you my advice, and then you can think about it. Because I'm pretty sure if you really think about it, and you did, I should have probably gave you a couple of days to sit on this. I kind of just hit you on the spot with it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But think about it, Junior, Meech. You know what I'm saying? You're a smart kid. I know you because I helped raise you alongside of your mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I taught this kid how to read. Like, he knew how to read before kindergarten. He went into kindergarten knowing how to read books.
Yeah, I still
You know
got
what
that
I'm saying?
trophy. That trophy was fake, though. That's all. The whole trophy was fake.
All trophies are
fake
fake.
gold, fake everything.
All trophies are fake.
No, because I'm still mad about that.
But what I'm trying to say is, like, when you was a little boy, and I started to think about, like, okay, what kind of person, where do I want to guide him? At the end of the day, you're gonna choose your own path, but like, where do I want to guide him?
Mm-hmm.
It was no mistake, Junior, that I wanted you to be intelligent. I wanted you to be smart.
Why me be a nerd?
What's wrong with that?
You gotta, the nerdy guys be
I don't,
all
I,
the biddies.
I don't know if you realize this, but
You're a nerd.
I'm a nerd. I don't know if you realize
I can tell.
I'm a nerd. I'm just like a hood nerd. You know what I'm saying? Just a real hood nerd. But so let me give you my advice though, because I mean, and I don't know if I don't know what you retained throughout your childhood, but like, I made it a point to like sit down with you and have serious conversations with you every so often. I'm talking about even when you was 2, 5, 7. Like,
how would you have a serious conversation with me when I was 2?
Because I
was barely even like noticing what was going on. I wasn't even self-aware.
Because I would talk to you like a 2-year-old. Like, I knew where
what, you throw like puffs in my face, tell me to listen?
I'm just saying I knew where you was at as a 2-year-old, so I would have 2-year-old level conversations. But like, Junior, in a lot of cultures around the world, you're already considered a man at this age of 15. Like, it's only in America that you're not, you got to be 18 or whatever. But in most cultures around the world, you're already considered a man. And let's just be real. Because of your access to the internet, because of high school, like, you know everything, bro. Like, it ain't nothing to, about sex, about violence and drugs and things like that. Like, and all I could do at this point as your parents to guide you through it. But already. You're an adult.
Yeah, I've been hearing you say don't join a gang for like the past 14 years.
Nah, facts.
That exact same
But
sentence.
with that being said, though, here's my advice to you as a 15-year-old, because it is slightly different.
Yeah.
Because now I can give you more. You're older, so now I can give you more than I gave you, when you was 10. And my advice is this: be very choosy. Be very choosy about who you look up to.
Okay.
The greatest leaders were the best followers.
We're the best followers?
Yes. The greatest leaders were first the greatest followers, the best followers. And for you to be a good follower, you have to have a good intuition on who to follow. You don't want to follow the wrong people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got to, I'm pretty sure you remember multiple times throughout your life, because you used to be a stubborn little kid, right?
For sure. I still am.
You used to do stupid shit like, I don't want to
Still
go
do.
to, you used to do stupid shit like, I don't want to go to Thanksgiving. I don't like family. And I was like, shut up. You're going to go eat that fucking turkey. You know what I'm saying?
I still never ate that turkey.
Like, goddamn it, Junior's fucking mac and cheese over there and gravy, nigga. We're going. Okay? But you used to get in your feelings. You used to express certain things that I won't repeat on here because, but it was like little kid shit you was mad at. But the point is this. I used to tell you all the time. You got role models in your family like Bubba. You got role models like Aramis. You got your grandfather Rob. You got me. You got a bunch of people to look up to. But I'm just saying, you're approaching that point in your life where you're gonna start branching out on your own.
Yeah.
And you're gonna meet other people. There's gonna be other men or women in your life that you may start to look up to. Be choosy about who you choose to follow. And the reason why I said that, just to piggyback off of what you told me, your advice to me, be safe out here. No, for real, it's not a joke, Junior. Yo, there's a lot of young men right now
that are choosing the streets.
that are following people. It's not about choosing the streets. There's a lot of young men right now literally throwing their lives away behind following the wrong people.
So choosing the streets.
Like it's the people though, Junior. You know what I'm saying? It's the people. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get on this. Like, me and you have had deep conversations about my history. I've done things I'm not proud of. I've opened up to you. We've had them conversations. We won't deep dive on it here public, but I've talked to you, son to, father to son.
Yeah.
And what I'm telling you is, yes, it's the streets, but it's more so the people. There's a lot of young kids out here following dudes and glorifying dudes. And some people might get mad that I'm about to say this, but I don't care because you're my son, so I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit. There's a lot of people, a lot of younger men out here following dudes and glorifying dudes who have done 10, 15, 20 years in prison, who have murdered, who have stole. That is not a role model. That is not a person that you want to follow. That is not a
Probably
person.
not.
That is not a person, because I promise you, if there's one thing I know about these streets, anybody who has done 10 years or more, 5, they not trying to go back and do it again. And that's why they recruit young men like you. Be choosy who you follow. Because you follow the wrong motherfuckers, Junior, I'm telling you, it's going to come into the point. That's why I tell you, stay away from them gangs. Because you know how the gangs work? One day they're going to look at you and be like, it's your turn, little nigga. I already did 10 years. It's your turn now. And that's some bullshit. Because more than likely, it's behind some shit that he did. He just don't want to do it again. Mm-hmm. And that's why snitching is at an all-time high. Because at the end of the day, motherfuckers is really snitching because they don't want to go do another 10, another 15. They don't want to do it again. And I get it. You shouldn't want to do it.
Prison is scary.
But I'm telling you,
unless you're zesty.
Be very, very choosy in who you follow. There's nothing to glorify or look up to from a person that already threw their life away 20 years ago and crashed out and killed somebody and went to fucking prison for 10, 15 years. I don't know why. And again, some people might look at me like, nigga, you did that. But let me tell you something. Let me just clarify this.
Let me tell you something real quick.
Let me clarify this shit for me. I never followed none of you niggas. Did I do my shit? Yes, I did. But who can go against this? Junior, I'm telling you, your father has never been responsible for anyone getting killed. Your father has never been responsible for anyone going to prison. Mm-hmm. I ain't never snitched on nobody.
Yep.
Ain't nobody got hurt behind me. Yeah, did I do my little street shit? Yeah, I made money. But I never put anybody in danger. I never put anybody in prison. And I'm not responsible for anybody that dead right now. Now, I'm still not trying to say I'm the greatest role model. I'm your father, though. But I'm just saying I don't want you to meet none of these dudes out here and you get tricked by the lifestyle, because the lifestyle can seem exciting sometimes, you know what I mean? Because the bitches, the money. So that's my advice. Be choosy. You got good people in your life that you can follow and you can get advice from and you can learn how to be successful.
Yeah.
Be very choosy about who you follow. That's my advice.
Wow, that advice took a long time. That was at least 20 minutes.
Well, I'm passionate about it because, like, and I'm not going to get into it because there are families right now mourning, but like you said, be safe out here. It's dangerous out here.
A lot of violence.
People have been getting shot. There are kids dead right now. And I say kids because they were very young, very close to your age.
Yeah, I know. That's like the scary thing.
Yeah, it's very concerning to me.
That's the most terrifying thing. Like, I'm 15. I'm going to high school and I'm happy, but there's some people that don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
And there's some people that aren't even alive right now just because of that.
Exactly. And what makes me even more fearful about that, and again, I ain't no tough guy, bro. I'm just a man. I'm just a man who stands on his shit, and I'm not afraid. But what my biggest fear is what I'll do if something happens to you. I will crash the fuck out.
You are not Batman. You sound like Batman right now.
My father's name is Bruce Wayne.
That is true.
My father's name is Bruce Wayne.
I can't even say nothing against that because his name is Bruce
Your grandfather was Batman. I'm just saying. Nah, but I ain't gonna drag that topic out. But that is my advice as a 15-year-old. When you turn 20 and we talk again, I'll have 20-year-old advice for you. But like right now, where you at this point in your life, be cautious. I like your friend group right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like Richie. Richie's a good role model. I can show you my text. I've thanked Richie so many times for being a role model to you, Junior. I mean, Meech. Because you need good people like that to show you that there's so much more out there than just the street shit. The street shit is a dead end.
Yeah,
bro.
there's sports, there's school, there's education,
Yeah.
there's trades, there's
And
social media.
And don't get me wrong, and I do want to just give a little bit of credit, though, because I don't want to just completely shit. I know dudes, Junior, that have gone to prison for long periods of time.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they came out and they were rehabilitated, and they turned their life around and they became successful. I can't hate on that. I'm talking about the dudes that go to prison for long periods of time and come out and go right back to the same shit that put them in jail the first time. Stay away from them guys, because I got some friends that have done 10 years and they millionaires right now.
Millionaires?
Yeah, they came out of jail.
And they ain't gonna let us hold like a couple racks?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, though. You don't just give money. If you teach a man how to make himself rich, then he'll never have to borrow nothing from you.
Then give us the method.
Listen, I'm working on it.
I'm trying to make it out the hood.
They working. Listen, you got all the keys in your family. You want to learn how to be successful? Talk to Aramis.
Nah, I have.
Talk to Thule.
I'm trying to get hired from him when I get like junior year.
Exactly. I'm just saying, and that's the point that I'm trying to say. Just be careful about who you choose to follow. Like, you obviously know you got your family.
Yep.
But like, I'm just letting you know because I was 15 before.
Mm-hmm.
These street people will eventually come find you. They're gonna seek you out because you're young, you're fly. You know what I'm saying? And you're like a target. I hate to say it, but the reason why a lot of them young kids are dead right now, Junior, is because they were targets, and those kids fell weak to the temptation of the lifestyle, and they got caught up in shit they really wasn't ready for.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up, and I don't want that for you.
It is messed up. It is messed up.
Yeah. So,
So,
did you think of any advice for your dad?
man, I was sitting here taking in advice. I wasn't really thinking. Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Hey, it's short and simple, but it's valid.
It's very valid.
It's fucking valid.
Because people really need to start saying, stop the violence, okay? I'm ending it right now.
Yeah. So look, you got any shout outs you want to do? I'm gonna start looking for a song to wrap this up with.
You picking one of your songs?
Listen, we went through your shit. We're gonna definitely pick one of my songs.
Your songs are whack, though.
I don't care.
1980s music.
I'm definitely not playing 1980s music. Why don't you give some shout outs?
Get some shout outs. Shout out Ari, graduated. We already shouted you out. I don't even know why I'm sitting there shouting you out again. You don't deserve that many. Richie, take a shout out of the podcast. The best coach I've ever had. My
That's
favorite
my
coach.
guy.
That is, that's my guy right there. And put me on the colognes. Yo, the girls love that. Girls love that. My guy Chase, that's easily one of my best friends of all time.
What up, Chase? Chase be out there killing it in the volleyball. He be super.
Freshman on varsity, by the way.
Hey, he be super zoned out, and I be like, yo, look how focused this fucking kid is. God damn.
Yeah. He's trying to get a mixtape made for him right now. I want a mixtape, but I don't have enough highlights. I have a couple highlights of me hitting into the net, though.
You'll get there. I'm about to make you a mixtape. Oh, because I forgot to talk to you about the other day. We're going to start the gym. I need to, because first of all, your dad's way out of shape. Compared to what I used to be, so. I'm super out of shape. Honestly,
we could tell.
Honestly, I'm kind of low-key going to be embarrassed in the first couple of weeks while I get my rhythm back, because you're going to be like, my father might die soon. Yo, I'm so out of shape, but I'm going to get it back. It's going to bounce back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I got to get that focus. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chase for being focused, man. That's a good kid right there. That's a good kid. You got a good group of friends, Junior. I ain't going to lie. I like right now, I really have nothing to complain about. Even though that's the advice I gave. Perfect. I didn't give, shut up. Don't shut up. Even though that's the advice I gave you, I didn't give you that advice because like you're lacking. Like you're actually doing, you're a good kid. You are a good kid. You are a kid worthy of being proud of. I'm very, very proud of you. Yeah. Like you have good friends. You're in sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't have nothing to complain about. Mm-hmm. I really don't. Just keep working. But yeah, is anything you want to say on the way out?
Say anything on the way? Study the gigawatts. Study your gigawatts.
Gigawatts.
Make sure you study and
gigawatts recoil circumference.
Yep.
Booty. Anyways, this was Relatives on Tap. This was episode 4. Shout out to my guy Aberdasher. See Junior rocking that green. You know what I'm saying? He's rocking that green. Vote Tech. Go Bears. Shout it out. Oh, yeah. Yep. Happy birthday, my guy Ruthless 22.
Happy birthday.
But, yo, I'm going to end this out.
Yep.
Happy birthday, my guy Ruthless 22.
Happy birthday.
I'm up to play one of Ruthless' songs. And it's actually one of the best songs that I think he did personally. You know what I'm saying? Junior, Meech, my guy. Keep going. Love you, kid.
Love you too.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all enjoy some of this Ruthless. Hold on. I'm fucking it up again.
Come on, man. Fucking.
Oh, here we go. Ruthless 22.
Hey, Rick and Thad.
Happy birthday, my guy Ruthless.